The day Jesus conquered death did not unfold before kings, temples, or soldiers. It happened in a small village forgotten by the great maps of the world, Nain, a simple place where life moved quietly and pain had nowhere to hide. When the city gates opened, it was not joy that passed through. It was a funeral procession, slow footsteps, weary faces, and the deep cry of a woman. She was a widow, and the young man in the coffin was her only son, the last thread of her story, the final piece of hope life had allowed her to hold. That day, she walked alone, her heart shattered, her future reduced to ashes. But along that same road, another procession was approaching, one that carried not death, but life. Jesus of Nazareth walked with his disciples, and his presence touched the air like a soft breeze that precedes a miracle. When he saw the woman, when his eyes met a sorrow as ancient as the world, a divine compassion ignited within him. Not human compassion, limited and fragile, but eternal compassion, the kind that begins in the very heart of God. Jesus stepped closer. He did not ask permission. He did not announce himself. He simply walked to the coffin and touched it. In that moment, something invisible began to move. Time seemed to pause. Even the wind fell silent, as if heaven waited for his next word. Then, with an authority no empire could contain, he said, "Young man, I say to you, rise." Death withdrew. Darkness shrank back like a shadow fleeing the light. And life, the life only God can breathe, returned. The young man opened his eyes, took a deep breath, sat up, and the world, in that second, was never the same again. Jesus gave him back to his mother, not just his body, but her hope, her story, the life that had been torn away from her hands. The crowd fell silent, a silence not born from fear, but reverence. Everyone there knew, deep in their soul, they had witnessed the touch of the infinite. Because when divine compassion meets the impossible simply ceases to exist. And if this miracle reminds you that God can still bring life where everything seems dead, that he can restore what you thought was lost forever, then write in the comments, "I believe."